Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sheep Get Sheared podcast. I'm your host, Austin Creed. I'm going to skip all the introductions. We're going to hop right in. My friends, today I want to talk about becoming unshearable. You know, in a world filled with chaos, turmoil, manipulation, deception, and everything in between, you have to ask yourself a very important question. How do you deal with it? How do you get through the garbage, the sewage, the lies, the deception, the manipulation? How do you get through life being surrounded by people who want to exploit you, use you, manipulate you, scapegoat you? How do you get through life like this? How do we do it? You know, when you're young, and you can feel free to disagree with me, but you would just be wrong. When we're young, whether we go to public school, private school, doesn't matter. Entertainment and education are where they form you in your formative years to believe what you then believe you came up with yourself. When in fact, everything has been force-fed to you. So in the spirit of transparency and understanding, personal development, self-improvement, and breaking the shackles of poverty with power, I want to introduce to you the concept of becoming unshearable. You know, this podcast is about helping people, mostly men, with becoming the best version of themselves, to become a ram amongst the sheep. Become a ram who has horns, who is able to stand up for himself, who's able to say, you know what, I'm not just going to go with what people say because they say it. I'm not just going to go with the program because that's what people want me to do. I'm not just going to say, okay, I'll go with it. I'm not just going to go down the lazy river of life. I'm going to swim upstream. I am going to do something that's good for me. Because guess what? The one thing you can trust in this life, if anything at all, is the self-aggrandizement of others, the self-interest of others. Now, ideally, you find a way for everybody to benefit. That's the ideal. Problem is, it doesn't usually come out that way. If any of you have read Machiavelli's The Prince, or Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power, or if you've even read, my book, Biblical Bachelor, you'll understand that at the end of the day, you have to do what's right for you because that's what everybody else is already doing, and there is no evil in that. I believe there to be no evil in that. None. But we're trained, oh no, don't be resilient. No. Just trust the system, dude. Just trust that other people, they have your best interest at heart and they won't exploit you because why would they do something like that? After all, they have smiley faces. They have nice, good PR teams that tell you how much money they give to the poor. They can't be bad people, right? I mean, they talk about giving free health care to everybody, free education, free child care, all this and that, and they can't be bad, right? What bad person would want to give away things for free? Well, first of all, you understand anything, you need to understand there's no such thing as free. That's number one. You want to know how to become unshearable, untouchable, unmanipulatable? You want to know how you do it? You put on the goggles of truth and the translator of truth in your ears. Like, you ever see those old spy movies where they have like the earpiece right here, like a headphone? You need to have those, and they need to be able to translate everything that you hear. And you need to put on the goggles of truth, like I have my glasses on right now, so that you can see through the deception. It was Sun Tzu who said that all warfare is based on deception. Warfare is not reserved for bullets. It is informational warfare surrounds us every day. And if you think that it's just between acquaintances or friends, you're wrong. It's the same thing when it comes to love. Love is war. You ever heard that? There's a whole show about that now. that highlights that reality. You ever heard the saying that all is fair in love and war? It's because they're the same thing, just on a different level of existence, on an emotional level versus on the physical when it comes to war. My friends, I don't say this to try to talk down to you. I say this because I want to motivate you. I want to get you thinking about how you're exploited every day. Every single day. Every part of yourself is weaponized against you, all with the goal to control and corral you like sheep in a pen. With the guard dogs and the shepherds all keeping you within the fence. And they make it seem like it's in your best interest to be like the crowd, to be like the masses, to be like the lemmings. But this is simply untrue. It takes tremendous strength to walk away. It takes tremendous strength to say, you know what? To hell with all this, I'm blazing my own trail. I'm going my own way. I'm not going to sit here and just accept everything you're telling me as fact. I'm going to go verify it. Why do you think that a lot of people on this side of the internet, by this side I mean manosphere, red pill, whatever you want to call it, why do you think that we are demonized? Why do you think we are discriminated against to a very high level? The answer is very, very, very simple. The answer is because they don't want you to ask questions. Questions are dangerous to any social order because then you're thinking for yourself. Napoleon Hill had this concept of outwitting the devil. His idea was that the devil did not have horns and he wasn't a beast with a forked tongue and a spiked tail. He was the negative portion of the atom. He controlled 98% of all human life through fear, through fornication, through what he called the habit of drifting. He manipulated people using their own ideas, their own desires, the 7 deadly sins, and he used all these together to make them malleable, movable, and exploitable. My friends, if you want to become unshearable, you need to understand that you are being exploited. Sometimes by the people you trust. But you need to understand this so that then you can choose whether you want to go your own way or stay the course you're currently on and accept the role you've been given. I'm not in the business of accepting titles, roles that other people give me because that is a loss of power. One of the 48 laws of power is to recreate yourself. It is to not allow others to define you and your reputation. It is to say, hey, I will take control of my image and make it what the Wizard of Oz had. You ever seen the Wizard of Oz, that classic story? Well, the wizard was just a man. But he was behind a machine and behind a curtain so that he could portray himself any way he wanted. He made himself larger than life. He made himself into something that he wasn't, but his reputation preceded him. His reputation was what people feared. That is exactly what you must do for yourself. You must have the willpower to say, I will not be normal. I will not accept leftovers. I will go my own way. I will accept the uncomfortable nature of reality. How it's not pleasurable. It's not convenient. It is not pleasant. You have to accept this if you want to become unshearable. If you want to be normal, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't care. That just means there's less competition for me. That just means there's less people out here who I have to say, wow, so-and-so is really putting in that work. Damn, that person over there, they're really putting in a lot of work and I respect that. Well, if that's not you, then guess what? I ain't got to worry about you. You ain't in competition anymore. So go ahead. If you want to be lazy and you want to do your own thing, go ahead. Go ahead. If you want to become basically the equivalent of a robot, go ahead. But just know, real robots are right around the corner and they will replace you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, did no one else see that thing what that Tesla came out with not too long ago where they had real robots? I guarantee you, things will not stay the way they are, and they're already changing. It's already happened. COVID was the big game changer, but now we're just on a trajectory. And you got to get up with the times, or you're going to get left behind. I don't say this to scare you. I say this because I want you to understand that this life is not a game. It is a grand adventure, one that you probably haven't even left the inn to go on yet. You're still standing in the inn, drinking at the bar, or just sitting there wondering what's outside these walls. You haven't left the pen yet. You line up every day and you're sheared by the government in the form of taxes, in the form of being force-fed information that doesn't matter, not important, that serves to only distract you. You know, not that long ago, after I had class this morning, after I went to class, I came downstairs and I wanted to say, you know what, I'm gonna go get some food. I went to go get food and get some coffee. I walked downstairs, there's a TV in my lobby. I looked to my right, and there's a TV, and there's literally a girl's jugs on the screen. I'm not making this up. Whole plastic surgery show where they got these girls' big ass fake tits right here in front of the screen. And I'm like, this is a distraction. Again, it's another distraction to keep you drifting. Another way for you to not be blazing your own trail. Another way for them to say, hey, you know what? Go ahead. You want to get distracted? You want to feel good? You want to feel loved? You want all these things? We'll give it to you. But you got to give up going your own way. You got to give up on becoming different. You got to give up on winning. You got to give up on becoming the best. Not me. I won't do it. And I don't want you to do that. You want to be normal? You want to have a normal existence where you're basically a servile servant of the system? That's what you want? You want to just be completely useless? You want to be thankful for getting nothing and someone else's leftovers? That's what you want? Okay. I mean, it's no weight off my back. I don't care what you do. You can do whatever the hell you want. But I'm just saying, I want you to win. But if you don't want to win, go ahead. Go ahead. Go out there and get manipulated, get used, get whatever you can, and come back to me in 5 years when you're ready. Because I guarantee you, you're either going to complain enough, or you're going to decide you've had enough of this garbage and you're ready to level up. But I'll be here. I'll be here waiting for you when the right time comes. I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. Oh no, I'm not going anywhere. They can throw me off the platform, I'll find a new one. I'll create my own. I don't give a damn. They won't send me anywhere. I'm not going nowhere other than where I want to be, when I want to be, and that's it. Get yourself in gear. And if you don't want to, then get out of the way. Get out of the way. To become unshearable, you need to grow horns. You see this thing that runs up your right here, this thing called your spine? Yeah, use that. Grow a backbone. Stop being weak. Stop being beta for your entire life. Why would you want to be basic, be beta? Why would you want someone else's leftovers? I don't understand that. There is enough wealth out here for everybody, but you're too lazy. You don't want to create things. You don't want to be a producer. You want to be a consumer instead. Okay? Go ahead. That's what you want to do. You do that. I won't do it. I'm going to continue to grow my horns every single day. I'm going to continue to grow my horns so I can be the best ram out here, and ain't nobody going to take that from me. They can try to shear off my wool, but they can't take my horns, sir. Nope. No, they can't. They can't cut off my horns. My friends, I want you to win, but I can't do it for you. You need to want it yourself. You need to want to go to the gym. You need to want to put aside the approval of others. You need to want to become better and not just complain. My friends, I encourage you to stay vigilant, stay informed, and please question everything that you hear, everything that you read, everything that you see, because it just might save your life. I'm out. Peace.